Welcome to today's talk. My name is Deidre Moss, and I will be facilitating our talk session today. I am a PhD candidate, an educator, motivator, and a talk connoisseur. Today, we will be talking about dream boards or vision boards. My guest today is Kenisha Missick, and I will pass the virtual mic to her to have her introduce herself and to tell us a little more about her service. Ms. Missick?
Good night, everyone. My name is Kenisha Missick. I am from Freeport, Grand Bahama. I am an office manager by profession, a real estate professional, as well as a dream board party facilitator. And today we're going to talk about dreams, dream boards, vision boards, and all that entails, as well as dream board parties. So the dream or vision board is a virtual representation of your dreams and goals. So let's get started.
Thank you, Ms. Missick. I thought you were going to take over for me just now.
I know, right? I had to slow myself down.
So, for the purpose of this discussion, I searched for the definition or the meaning of dream board, vision board, and this is what I found. So I searched online. And I found a few definitions on Pinterest and bizjournals.com. So my definition is kind of like accumulation of those definitions. And so it says that a vision, dream, or goal board is a collection of images and affirmations that are created to inspire, motivate, direct an individual to their life goals. They serve as a physical representation of an individual's goals and desires. And with that being said, we can get into our discussion. And one of the main points that I wanted to talk about is buzzwords and some stuff that I have saw on social media, because I like to search social media from time to time. And there's this buzzword going around that's called manifestation. You should manifest. And so I've been hearing it a lot. And I never really used the term because I don't really understand it. And I don't want to use something that I don't fully understand. And so when I went and searched for the definition and when I looked for the meaning of it, I saw in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary that it can be used in several contexts. And so in one context that is readily, it can be seen as what is perceived by the senses. In the obvious context, it is something that is easily understood or recognized by the mind. And in the transitive verb context, it's to make evident or certain by displaying. And so the adjectives attached to it are apparent, clear-cut, open and shut, and transparent. And the verbs attached to it are communicate, declare, demonstrate, and reveal. And back in school, my teachers would say, oh, Deidre, if you can believe it, you can achieve it, you know? So that was something back in the day. And for me, I always said, oh, that sounds great. Hey, that sounds great. But how can we make these mantras and these sayings or these affirmations that we use from time to time a reality? Ms. Missick, what say ye?
Okay, so as I said before, the dream board is the virtual representation. I believe that you have to have a vision or a goal set out in front of you so you know where you have to go. Now, manifestation for me is the fact that whatever you dream or you wish or you portray, you made it real because you asked for it or you put it in front of you. So that's when you manifest your dreams. You bring it to fruition. You bring it forth. You call it forth because it's something that you put in the atmosphere or you prayed for, you asked God for, and you made it real. So that's what manifestation is to me. So the dream board as well with manifestation, the purpose of the dream board is for you to put it out there. So to put it in the atmosphere, put it out there so that you can see what it is that you want, so that you can go after it. And then you can manifest it into your life. You can make it happen into your life. So yes, manifestation and dream boards go hand in hand, or vision boards. And I'll talk just a little bit about the difference. There is no real difference between dream or vision boards. The terms are used interchangeably, so you'll hear me say dream or vision board. I particularly prefer dream board because dreams are the things that I have, the things that I want, things that I see for myself. So I put those onto a board or into a gold sheet because of those are the things that I see. So I prefer, everyone dreams. So I prefer to use the term dream board. But if you see if any of the stars or the celebrities, they always talk about their vision boards that they have used or manifested. But yes, I truly believe that when you put a dream or put it out there for someone else to hear or for you to see in front of you, you will be able to manifest the things that you want just by them being there.
Thank you. And so another important component of having those goals and having those dreams or those visions for yourself is motivation. So let's talk about motivation and why is it important to stay motivated? And how does motivation help us to accomplish our goals? And so in me searching for motivation, I saw that motivation is the internal forces that kind of guide our behaviors and direct us toward a goal or goal-oriented behaviors. And for that very reason, motivation is an important part of helping us achieve our goals. Motivation is like a driving force. Ms. Missick, what say E?
Yeah. Yes, we must be motivated. We have to be motivated to achieve any dream that we set forth. Um, I have a daughter, and if she is not motivated to clean her room, it's probably not going to happen, and it's not going to happen any way that I would like it to happen. So she has to be motivated or pushed towards getting her room cleaned or anything like that. So you have to be motivated to work towards your dreams. If you're not motivated, the dream will just stay stagnant. It wouldn't go anywhere. It will run away from you basically because you won't be running to it because you don't have any drive or passion or push to get yourself to it, to the end goal or to the end desire. So you have to be motivated to follow any dream that you put forth, or else the dream is just going to die.
I love that. And that in and of itself is powerful because it says that it's one thing to have a goal, it's one thing to have a vision or a dream, but it's more than that. You have to actually do some type of work to get from point A to point B.
Faith without works is dead. So you have to be able to move and to do it and to get it done. You have to be motivated. You have to have a drive. You have to be passionate about it, to follow it. I always say I want to be a millionaire. I know I'm supposed to be a millionaire, but if I don't do anything about it, how am I going to be a millionaire? I need to either play the lottery or do some work that will get me to millionaire status. It's not just going to fall in my lap. I would hope that it would happen that way because no one really wants to work, right? We want to receive it without doing any work. But that's not realistic in this day and time. So yes, you have to work for it. You have to put some effort for it. And anything that you want takes time and it takes effort.
So that is key. You have to do the work.
Yes, have to do the work.
And you have to be motivated and driven. You have the goal, you have the dream, but you have to be motivated and driven to work.
Towards it. Yes, you have to be driven to work towards it because if not, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. A lot of us have dreams that we've allowed to lay dormant, and that's because we didn't put in any work to get it to fruition. We didn't put in any work. So you have to work on it.
Awesome. So why do you think it is important for us to map out our goals? That takes me into our next point. And for me as an educator, why is it important to have a vision or a dream board? And as an educator, I've thought goal setting, especially in the academic context. So you want to pursue your degree. So envision yourself walking across the stage. Right now, you have a lot of work. You have to make sacrifices. Sometimes you have to get up to write out this assignment or whatever you have to do. But envision yourself walking across that stage. And I can guarantee you that for some persons, that is a great motivator that helps them to stay in their program and finish their degree or their
Yeah.
program is that he may run that redid it.
Right. And that division, even though it tarried, most people forget that part. Division, even though it may tarry, it would still come to pass.
We forget that part. We
Yes,
forget that portion of it.
yeah, we forget. We don't reference that portion of it. And I'm sure that was not direct quote, but that's quote of Kenisha from the Bible. But yes, because a lot of people, because you said a lot in all of it, we have to have goals and visions and dreams. We have to have a place to go. We have to have something to look forward to. Um, Also, you were talking about what you teach to your students. We in my dream board parties, we have a portion called act as if. So we act as if whatever goals or dreams that we have, that we've actually achieved it, that we've actually it's actually happened. Because when you see something and you start acting as if you know what the goal is, you can see the end result. So you're more driven to actually get towards that result. You're actually going to do the work to get to it. If I could not see myself walking across the stage or going to college after high school, I was adamant that I wanted to go to college. And if I had to be able to see the finish line. I had to be able to see me in the cap and gown, being able to be at the end of it, being a college graduate. Because I will tell you, the road of college is not, it's not easy, and it's not for the faint at heart. So it was struggle, and it was a lot of hard work. But because I saw the end result, I knew that I wanted at the end of it to be a college graduate. I made sure I persevered and continue on. So yes, you have to set your goals and dreams so that you can have something to work towards. You have to have a plan for your future. A lot of people want to, as little girls, we probably dream about being married and having children. But if we did grow up and be a hermit, where was that? How are we going to manifest that dream? How is that ever going to happen? We had the dream, so then we also need to work towards the dream. We have to put ourselves out there for someone to find us, or so that we can be married or have that dream, have the family that we want. So those are things that we have to work towards, and then we have to manifest it. So we need to have those dreams and goals and visions ahead of us, so we know where we want to go. One of my quotes that I like to post on Facebook is, I was not put on this earth just to pay bills and die. So I know I need to have some kind of dreams or goals for me to work towards, so that I'm just not paying bills and dying. I need to have some type of dreams, goals, adventures, and things to do.
But you made an important point when you spoke about having for some women it's a goal to get married and have kids, and
Right.
you said how are you going to do that if you're a hermit and you're isolated? But you
Mm-hmm.
said you have to put yourself in a position to be seen.
Correct. Yes. Yes. You have to put yourself in a place. You have to be somewhere. I'm so sorry that if you're a hermit in your house, no one's coming to you. No one's coming. No one's gonna look
Even
at
though
you.
you had that dream and that vision and you
Yes.
manifest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it will be hard for him to find. Not saying that it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be hard for him to find you. So but you have to put in work, and you have to have a goal and an end in mind. And then the thing about it, I think a lot of people see, okay, I've reached that goal and that's it. No, what's the next goal? What's the next stream? So I've achieved that, so what's next for me? I'm not going to stop because I've achieved that. I'm going to continue on and keep dreaming and keep going.
But considering the environment that we're in, you have the pandemic. It has been depressing. People have been negatively impacted by it. There's a loss of income, there's frustration, there's anxiety, and there is a lot of uncertainty in these times. So why is it important for us within the times that we live in this environment to map out our goals?
It's important because we need to still have a destination. We still need to have a final, something to look forward to. You can look at the pandemic as what it is. It was horrible, but what's going to happen on the other end of it? We're going to get through it at some point. It's going to end at some point. Your life did not end when the pandemic hit. You still have a future that you need to reach towards and to grow towards. So it's important for you to have a goal and map out your dreams and your goals so that you know what you're working towards. 2020 was a lot. For all of us, and for most of us, it was too much. But you still have to be able to figure out what it is that you want to do in your life and where you want to go. For those that are probably still furloughed or lost their jobs, they may have had goals and dreams that they allowed to die because they were on someone else's job. So 2020 would have been the perfect time to map out those goals and dreams so that you can, see what you're going to do at the end of the pandemic, come out on the other side of it, a better person and have something and goals and dreams for you to go towards.
Yes, that's important. So our dreams don't die when we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Langston Hughes. I learned the poem in college, and it still is there. The whole fast your dreams.
Mm-hmm. I remember that in school.
Yeah, I don't know
For
all
if
the
dreams
words.
die, life is like a broken
right.
winged bird that cannot fly.
That cannot fly, correct.
Mm-hmm,
So you still have to hold fast to the dreams. They're still there for you to hold on to. And now, because of course, the pandemic, we had to change the way that we do our, dream board parties, or the way I present it, because, everyone was home. I went to a virtual edition of the party. I started my dream board parties last year, February. Actually, it's a year this week. I started hosting my dream board party events. I did one in Grand Bahama, and then the other one in Turks and Caicos in March. And then after that, I had to switch to a virtual platform because everyone had to pivot. And I didn't want people to think that you still can't dream just because we're sitting at home. So we had to change to a virtual format, so it changed the way we did it, but it didn't change what we do.
It didn't end. It continues.
No, it did not end. It continued. It continues and continues. Correct.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to have those goals and have those dreams and those visions. And it speaks to our resourcefulness, our determination as a people.
And our resilience.
Yes.
And our resilience, yes.
Yes. That despite the many challenges in front of us, we remain resolute and we remain hopeful. Okay, so you spoke about, let's move into the dream board party because you briefly mentioned it. So what is a dream board party?
Well,
why are they relevant?
A lot of people have been doing their own dream boards, and the dream board parties became popular in the last few years. And it's where like-minded people come together to map out their goals and dreams. Now, my personal party and experience is different than some of the others. It's not a cut and paste party. We don't just come and cut out magazines and pictures and just paste them on a board. We dive deep into life areas, our 5 life areas that we use to help us determine the dreams and goals that we want and how we're gonna manifest those dreams and goals. So we take a deep look as to what it is that we want in our lives and where we want to go, and then we go from there. Then after that, we cut and paste. But we do a deep dive into the life areas, and I'll go through some of the life areas that we talk about. So there's 5 life areas. It's livelihood and lifestyle, body and wellness, essence and spirituality, relationship and society, and creativity and learning. So let's talk about livelihood and lifestyle. First life area, livelihood and lifestyle. So that's your career, your money, work, what type of work you want, the home life you want, the space, your style, your possessions, things that you want. If you want the jet plane or the car or whatever, those type of things, your fashion, your travel, and your resources, how are you going to get them? So we have a lot of things in that area. I think a lot of people, that's when they think about dream boards as well, I think that's the big area that they look towards. It's the things that they want. And it could be anything. And I always say it's never a small dream. You can dream as big as you want. One of my dream board parties, someone wanted a glass house in the snow. So like in Aspen or something like that. They wanted a house with glass walls. Of course, you can have it if you want it, if you dream it, you can achieve it. That's something you're going to work towards. So that's livelihood and lifestyle. And we have body and wellness. That's I want to be a size 6, or I want to I want to be fit, the type of food I want, my rest and relaxation. For me, it's like how I want to be pampered or treated. I love spa days. I love massages. So, I want to have a massage every quarter, that type of thing. Our beauty, our mental health, sensuality, as well as movement. Some people, with yoga, or how we want to present ourselves, how we want to be sensually in touch with ourselves or with our spouses. So that's coming in the body and wellness. And then in creativity and learning. So that's your interests, your hobbies, your education, any artistic or self-expression that you want to do. Yeah, so those are the type of things. You want to be a painter, you want to start your garden. Those type of things will come under your creativity. You want to go to college, you want to graduate. Yeah, like I heard you say earlier, I think you're a doctorate candidate. So those type of things. Relationships and society, your romance life, what type of life you want, your friendships, your family, collaboration, people that you want to work with, your community, your involvement, the course, the causes that you want to support. If you want to save the whales, save the bays, any of that type of thing. Your mentors, people that you want to work with, your students, or your people that you want to employ, or people that you want to have come to you, especially how you're a teacher, the type of student that you want. And then, especially in this area, your romance life, the type of person that you want, the type of person you want to be to the person that you want is important. And then our fifth life area that we'll go over is essence of spirituality. Your soul, your inner self, your truth, your intuition, your faith, your practices, your beliefs, your sense of being, being in touch with your spiritual side. So we go through all of those aspects when we do my dream board parties.
So this is some deep stuff. Sound like you go with deep.
We go deep.
So we're not just cutting out the magazine and
no, we're not just cutting out the magazine. We have to really see what it is that we want. And we have an idea of what we want. Everyone has a dream of what they want their life to look like, but have we ever sat down and really, written it out, said exactly what we want, wow. Or like in detail? You can be as detailed as you want. And yes, they get a workbook when they attend my parties. They get a workbook. So, even though we might not complete it in the session, there's still time for them to go home and really, really take their time and go through the life areas and figure out what it is and how they want their life to be.
Wow. So this is a deep dream board party.
It is. We have fun. But we do some deep diving,
some soul searching,
some inner work first before we do before we project, because you don't want to project the wrong thing. So you have to do some deep diving.
Ooh, that's deep. You don't want to project the wrong thing. Ooh, you're preaching today.
Yeah. So you have to. Yeah, we do a deep dive so you can figure out what it is that you want in your life and how you want your life to be.
Wow, that's deep, because what you're just saying, that having a dream and a vision is one thing, but sometimes you can have something that a dream or a vision of something that you're not really meant to have, but right. that's another conversation.
Yeah. Or that you really don't want. Sometimes a lot of people too, we have some of our parents' dreams, we have some of our friends' dreams, we have our pastors' dreams, we have everybody else's dreams, but we don't have our own. So what is it that you really want? What is it that you want in yourself and in your being? What do you want it? How do you want it to look?
That's deep. Carrying other people's bones.
Yes, exactly.
So are dream board parties relevant for the environment in which we're living now? We're shut down, we're in the pandemic, you have some lockdowns, you have people at home, you have people frustrated, people that have anxiety, the times are uncertain. Are dream board parties relevant?
Still relevant. We have to come out on the other side of this. We have to come on the other side of the pandemic. Like I said, we changed the way that we've done the dream board parties, so we're now virtual. So everyone can come. We do it via Zoom. My upcoming dream board party is actually on Saturday coming at 6:30 via Zoom. Registration closed tomorrow, and I'll send the link so that you can drop the link in the comments, but it's dare the number two dream virtual.kanishamissick.com. But we had to pivot, with the pandemic. We had to pivot and make sure that we're still able to reach the people that we need to reach, so that they can, help themselves and get their dreams outlined. And it was a good thing that we had to do it virtual, because I was able to, interact with more people than I would have been in an in-person setting. So, my last Dreamer party, I had someone come in from Orlando, Nassau, because I am from Freeport. My upcoming Dream party, I have someone all the way in the UK who was registered to attend. So we've been able to reach a lot more people by doing it this way, being able to have it out to the masses. But I still love my in-person parties. So as soon as time and COVID allows, I'll be back to doing the in-person parties. But yes, we had to change the way we do things just a bit, because of the pandemic. But you still have to dream. Dreams are not dead. It did not die with when COVID came. So we still have to keep going.
And so with your parties, I guess you have a cohort of people from different backgrounds and different experiences.
Yes, that's why we say we surround ourselves with like-minded individuals. It doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, but they all here are there to really plan out their dreams and, deep dive into things that they want in life and come out on the other end. It's no judgment. It's not a judgment zone. We don't want you to be afraid of being judged or ridiculed. It's not that type of environment. So you come to celebrate with like-minded people. And we've had all ages. I've hosted a teen workshop as well before in the past. And, I've done the in-person ones. And then I'm also available to do private functions if anyone wants to just have a private get-together dream party.
And then you have one that's coming up soon. So if anyone is interested, we're going to provide the link and share it in the comments for persons to register. They have until Thursday?
Yes, they have until Thursday at midnight. And yes, you can follow me on any of my pages, Facebook and Instagram at Kenisha Missick, KenishaMissick. You can look for me, and all of the links and details are there. And it's dare to the number two dream virtual.kanishamissick.com. It's the registration link, and it'll give you all the information about the upcoming party. So you have until tomorrow, only till tomorrow at midnight. And then the party's on Saturday at 6:30.
Tomorrow at midnight. Lastly, Ms. Missick, are there any other comments that you would like to add?
I just want to say, keep dreaming, keep pushing, just keep going. We had an unprecedented year, 2020, that any of us have seen in our lifetimes. And I hope this is probably the last we see in our lifetimes. But it was an unprecedented year. So this year, let's go forth and start dreaming. I host my parties in February because January,
I was going to ask you about that.
I don't want to get in the way of those New Year's resolutions that you're not going to keep. So by the time it's February,
what's your problem with January? Because you said you're a January baby, so
yeah, I'm a January baby. But everyone knows that you're still in the party mood, you're still in the festive mood after you come off of Christmas and New Year's, and then you make those resolutions, and then by my birthday, which is on January 2nd, that's it. You forgot about them. You don't even remember what you wrote down. So in February, we're going to start the year again. You're going to reset, and you're going to come with your goals and dreams and figure out what you want to go through the rest of the year and into future years. So it's an automatic redo. I understand I was at one point that made New Year's resolutions and didn't keep them. So now we're going to manifest our dreams and the things we want, and we're going to do it properly.
And even with that, you did some preaching in here today.
Yes.
We spoke about you writing down the vision, the importance of writing it down and making it plain,
And they're putting it for you to see. Yeah, and then put it for you to see, because I've done both the virtual dream, a digital dream board, as well as a hard in-person dream board in magazines. And even for my virtual, whichever dream board I create, it's on my phone. you know, so it's right in front of me at
Wow.
all
Okay.
times.
Okay. Wow.
My
Okay.
screensaver on my computer.
Wow.
And, you know, it's
Okay.
up on the wall in my house.
Wow.
It's in front of me so I can see it. Um, in the past, before I started actual dream boarding, I never did New Year. I didn't do New Year's resolutions like how everyone else did them. But at the end of the year, I would write down on a piece of paper my goals and my prayers for the year. And sometimes it was for me, sometimes it was for someone else. But I would put it in my wallet and forget about it. And then the next year, I will pull it out and see what happens off my goal and my prayer
Wow.
list. And I realized that, you know, it's something that you have to do. It works. And even though I put it away, it was still there. It was still in the atmosphere for it to happen. And even for instance, one year I wanted to get a new job, and I wrote on my list, my goal list for the year, that I wanted a new job. At the end of the year, I was still at my current my employment at that time. And at the end of the year, when I pulled out my goal list, I said, "Oh, you know, I wanted a new job." And then I thought, wait, I had two job offers that year, but
Wow.
I wasn't specific enough in what I wanted.
Wow.
So it's
Write
a
down the
difference as
vision
well.
and make it
Yes,
plain.
and make
Make
it
it
plain.
plain.
So I had to be specific. And so in the next year, I made sure I put specifically what I wanted, the pay I wanted, the you know
Wow.
the times I wanted to work and that type of thing. Now, granted, that job did not come to me, but that was because it wasn't supposed to be for me.
Hmm.
It wasn't out there for me to have it. So that's why I'm doing things my own way and changing the way I do it. So now I'm making the vision plain, and I'm going to create the job and the lifestyle that I want.
Wow. Powerful,
Hmm.
Miss Missick. Powerful. So, with that said, I want to
Hmm.
thank you for joining us today. And I would like to thank our viewers, our listening audience. And you can like our page for future notifications. Can we talk? Question mark. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Can We Talk? Miss Missick, thank you again.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you and have a good evening.